Hello friends. Imagine having an early day stream with Diego. Impossible. With coffee in hand today. Hello everybody. How y'all doing? Early stream indeed. Hey, Neoxel, hello. Notech, hello, Vexaler, Garlic, One Drunkman, Chilgam, Helios, Lana, Sean, Kevin, Zambamon, hello. Speaking of Zambamon, consider GMK High Q, aka GMK Volleyball, aka just kidding, is GMK Striker Round 2. Hi, Meowgo, hello. Viper, what's up, dude? Hydrate, I have some water here. Isn't it soccer theme? That's the meme. So if you look at the Salvin keycap, so Zamamon had posted on Instagram like the Salvin novelty, and someone was like, isn't this a volleyball? But yeah, it's supposed to be related to football, or soccer. For those who don't understand that football is a sport that you play with your feet, by the way, where your feet actually touch the ball. But definitely looks like a volleyball. I mean, I can see that, because if I think the volleyball, look at the volleyball, look at that, and then we can look at the actual novelty. GMK Striker 2. And then if you go, so let's see, is it here? Yeah, okay. Let me see if this opens up. No pen to ball. Oh wait, no, that's not the right window. Hold up. Well, it'll open here anyway. But basically, if you go to novel keys here and you look at the Salvin Classic Football, people were like, that looks like a volleyball. But I mean, I know it's not, but I'm just joking. I want to, hello, how are you? It fits the desk mat, that is true. It looks like a dinosaur claw. I could see that. Alright. Let's get started. Let's get right into it. I don't have much else, really. Did someone try to make a GMK Haikyuu? Did someone? I actually didn't know that. Yeah, I actually didn't know. But anyway, let's get right into it. So, I guess I have an announcement to make. Later tonight, I will be hanging out with the guys at Mechs on Deck that's gonna be at 9 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Central. That's their local time. So that's what the evening plans are. I'm gonna be hanging out with the Mechs on Deck guys. You can find them at twitch.tv/mechsondeck. Later on at 9 p.m. EST. Anyway, that's all I have. But yeah, so let's just get right into the build, shall we? So we have some switches, and then We have our board. So for those who don't know what the Vulcan Pro is, actually, let me see if I can get this up on the screen as well. Is it working? Wait, that's not the right one. Hold up. There we go. Alright, so for those who don't know what the Vulcan Pro is, I think they have a web info on it. Releases, and then Vulcan Pro over here. So the Vulcan Pro is a 60%. You guys will see it, but basically it's an upgraded version of the Vulcan. Uses dual mount, two large diameter O-rings, one above the plate, and then the other around the switches resting on the base. So basically between the PCB and the plate. And it was a private group buy, basically. It was a private run. And so that's what we have today. It has a fixed layout, has a fixed 7U bottom row and fixed like split backspace, split right shift layout. So that's what we'll be looking at today. OG packaging, indeed. What's up? Oh, Gringo, how you doing, dude? Haven't seen you in a while, actually. Alright, I'm gonna switch the music over to something else. More chill. Alright. Espada, hello. How you been recently? I've been alright. How are you? So here we have some Noxary work stickers. Pretty nice. I'll probably put one of these in my what should I call it? My notepad, because I've been putting my I've been sticker bombing my notepad. You saw me this past week when the racist ass wasn't chat. Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. Thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub, dude. So we have 2 O-rings here. Oh yeah, Mr. Poner, what's up? You're up early. Dude, Jinchi, morning. How are you? And then we have this thick O-ring. So you have 2 O-rings, very large, but they basically fit around the base. And then we have our board. It's a nice vivid red. Has a daughter board. And a cable. Oh, it was taped down. It looks like. I remove the tape. Hey, Sampack, hello. He just hasn't gone to sleep yet? Hey, that's what I thought. I put the bump-ons earlier, or like, well, earlier meaning back when I got it. Here's the Noxary logo. Pretty simple case, simple looking. You know, it's pretty standard, like a wedge, and it screws from the top, so it's screwless looking from the outside, right? Basically, it screws the case to just the bottom plate cover with the daughter board. And then here we have our plate and PCB. So here is the PCB. It has 2 large flex cuts, and it has fixed layout, step caps lock, ANSI, 7U, split right shift, and split backspace too. It's all fixed actually. There's just 0 options. It's fixed, no LEDs. There's a JST connector. And it actually is an AIO3 PCB. So it's an AIO3 standard PCB. Yeah. Someone's been nomming on that PCB. Yeah, it has a lot of cuts on the surroundings. Can someone explain the general appeal of Win keyless, especially with the GMK VIA board where you can easily program to do something else if you hate the Win key? Well, the general appeal is aesthetics. Should have taken those QC pass stickers off everyone's PCB. Oh, does it look bad? I can take it off. Not that it matters to me, but I can take it off. I could clean it off a little bit with alcohol. Yeah, it's okay. I have a Kim wipe and some alcohol. Warranty voided? I mean, it's fine. Huh. So here's the plate. But yeah, aesthetic is pretty much the main reason for Win keyless. For at least in the current state of the community, like we do it for aesthetic reasons. You know, Win keyless blockers look really good, and Win keyless is compatible with a lot of like OG like caps and stuff. So it's kind of warm today, actually. Finger oil is good enough. I guess so. Actually, do I have? Let me get the. All right. Got some of that isopropyl. Kim wipe? Yeah, I have Kim wipes. I actually have Kim wipes. The ones that you use like in labs. These are the ones that like don't leave like weird like residue. See my message above? How will we ever know that it passed QC now? You want to know how I know you've spent time in the lab? Oh yeah. Yeah. There we go. Adhesive's out of the way now. Who would ever design a Win keyless 40? I don't know. Some weird people out there. I don't know. I built a Win keyless 40 once. It was kind of it was okay. It was okay. It was a nice blue. It was okay though. It's all right. It was alright. It was probably the only usable 40 that I've had, TBH, because I've tried a minivan, I've tried a few other things, and it just didn't work for me. The layout was just not it. But once I figured out the layers, typing on the Equinox was actually not that bad. Alright, so I don't have to do anything with the case right now because we'll have to assemble it all together later. So we'll just put it to the side for now. And we'll just do the assembly first for the PCB. Should be fast because we only have 3 stabs and, you know, like 60 switches basically. Or I guess, yeah, 60 switches. So should be pretty quick. Hey, Zekin, 10 months, wow. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much for the tier 1. How you doing? Been noticing you've been streaming a lot more lately. How's that coming along? I haven't had a chance to stop by because it tends to happen at a time when I'm either working or sometimes I'm streaming, but I don't think I ever catch you after I'm done, so because you're usually done too late. I start late, I'm done late, so yeah. I have no idea what Mr. Duba just said, but Georgia Pacific tried to make a wipe to compete with Kimtech wipes and it just didn't perform in the market. Yeah, I feel like the science and the lab supply market is actually pretty dominated by specific brands for specific things. Like Philips and like I think like Philips and like MRI and CT stuff, like they pretty much dominate that market. And like yeah, Kimtech wipes and like for Kimberly Clark, a few other things. But yeah. Early stream, I know, right? So rare. I want an X60 V2 more than anything. X60 V2 is gonna be based on the Vulcan. So I mean, once that happens, yeah, we'll probably see like very similar features. Yeah. I don't know where that little leg went, but I usually just do this thing where I just use the Hako, like the soldering iron thing, to put like all the little trash. Sometimes it's popular, sometimes it's quiet. It's fun though, nice way to enjoy the hobby in a different way. I agree. I think it's kind of like chill. I mean, because like you technically are doing your own work, so you don't have to. Well, I mean, at least for me, I don't try to mind too much what, like whether, you know, like it's my own work, so it's like whether people are seeing it a certain way. But you know, it's nice to like answer some questions and stuff, clarify things. Oh wow, good morning, Yura. Oh, I guess it's not too early for you, but good morning. How are you? Zambo and Pona are just fighting. The bragging rights of having Equinox over Nathan. Does Nathan even build any 40s? I don't think I've seen him build that many 40s, TBH. Chat's getting late with arm wrestling matches. It's more like slaps like this. All right, so let's see. Let's lube the stab housings with 205 and do the XHT-BDZ for the wires. So there's the XHT. I think he built a Timo. Oh, that's right. Doesn't he own a Timo actually? He actually owns a Timo. Like he built one because he actually owns one. I think he put like DSA milkshake or whatever on it. The only 40 he built that I know is a Pearl. Oh, the Pearl was a while back. The Pearl is old, right? That's a long time ago. How much DBZ do you have and how much did it cost? I only have 5 grams. I only have this. It didn't cost me because I had it sent by Space Cable, so it was one of the sponsors for the channel. I have some more actually. Oh yeah, I actually do have. Basically, I have 10 grams. But it basically would cost the same as it costs on Space Cables, spaceholdings.net. It's not cheap, that's for sure. It's definitely not cheap, but you know, it's kind of like It'll last a bit. I don't think it's too bad, but it depends how many boards you're building. If you're building a lot of boards, then I could see the issue. Thought the jar of 205 was DBZ. Oh no. The jar is 205. The big jar is 205. The small jar is BDZ. Yeah. I bought a lot of 205. Like the first time I bought a ton with Krellbit. And then later, actually right around the time when Krellbit stopped doing Lube stuff for a bit, I bought more through 1UP, who was another one of the authorized vendors. Yo Keeves, welcome with the raid with 33 people. Welcome. Lightning is pog and handsome. It's like $20, yeah. Timo made me want to join the hobby. One that Nathan built with Cam Milkshake. Oh, that's what it was. Cam Milkshake. Yo, Dennis, what's up? Is this your unit? So yeah, the case is actually mine, but I'm actually sending out the internals. So I didn't get the case from them, but I'm gonna be sending out the internals. So I mean, it doesn't matter because the case is the same, so we're just gonna use my case for mounting it, and then I'll be sending out like internals. But yeah, Neotrix, I'll be building my own. So I have a full backspace PCB, so I'll be building that later. Not today, but some other day. I just haven't decided when. I also kind of want to do a few other things before, so I need to prep some stuff for that too, actually. Mac, thanks for the tier 1. Thank you. Sup? What's up? Seaside, hey. Anthony said he was sending you internals to build. Yeah. Yeah, the case is mine. The internals are not, basically. I mean, it doesn't matter. It was weird? It's not weird. There's nothing weird with that. Actually, I've had that happen several times where people send the internals and not the case. But that makes sense if you want to save on shipping too, because it's so expensive to ship. I mean, shipping prices have been going up each year too. Probably worse with COVID, right? But yeah, I mean, it's a good way to save money though, TBH. 78 gram? Oh, whoops, is that right? Did I... Oh, is that 78 grams? I thought this was... Oh, you might be right, huh? I must have misread the spring. Oh, you're right, this is 80 gram. That's actually so heavy. I can't type that heavy. Okay, let me fix that though. Yeah, commands, check commands. Yeah, that's like 78. It's like 78, 80 grams, basically. I'll fix that though. I didn't realize that the command was wrong. Totally misread it. 80 gram TX springs. Damn. Them heavy boys. Yeah, it's 80. There's a back right here. I misread it because I thought it was the same as the one I had in my other switch bag, which was 65, I think, for mine. I use 65. But 80's heavy, boy. I mean, that's cool. Okay, this is done. Hey, 10 Clueless, what's up? My honest thing, this finger's so strong. I don't know. Some people actually prefer typing on heavier so that they don't bottom out, right? So, but I mean, if you still bottom out, like maybe you just like the feeling of the pushback. So I understand. TBH typing on, like I remember when I first tried, I think 55 gram. I was like, oh my god, it's so light and like I could rest my hand and it would actuate, and that actually annoyed me so much, because I was like playing games or something and I like accidentally rest my hand and like it would like, you know, move my character or whatever. I'd be like, what the? Would have been extra $80 or so to send the keys. Holy fucking shit. Do you think Krytox BDZ is worth it for stabs? I think it's okay. I personally have no issues with the with 205, but it's true that the BDZ sticks so much better to the wire that if you really are concerned about the whole ticking or whatever, the BDZ is actually a pretty good solution. Because I mean, some people have different tolerances for that stuff. I personally I'm not as picky, because for example, if it ticks on the left but not on the right, and I actually use my right thumb to type so I never hear it, I actually don't care, because in the end when I'm typing I never hear it. But some people are like, oh, if I'm testing the stab and it sounds like it has a tick anywhere, then I want that gone. That was a private buy, right? The Vulcan Pro? Yeah. Yeah. 60 gram the only way? Yeah. 60 and 65 for me. Generally speaking. I did 72 for a while actually. For spring weight. But I eventually realized I was getting kind of tired. Or like I just like didn't enjoy it as much compared to like when I used lighter ones. So I tried it and then switch over. For a while I used to type on like 78 gram tactiles too, so I don't know. Eventually I just converged to something lower. I did start with something heavier. I actually remember when I was like using, back when I first started in the community, like I was using like MX Browns, and then I was like, nah, I really don't like these. And then I tried MX Clears, like stock springs. And then I was like, oh, I want something lighter. And then eventually got like Zelio V1 78 gram, and I was on those for a bit. And I enjoyed those a lot actually. Zelio V1 78 gram springs. But yeah, eventually as I started trying more things, I was like, I think I prefer lower weights just for comfort's sake. I was just watching your stream VOD on YouTube and saw you online on Twitch. Can't get enough. Oh, please. BDZ Colgate 205. Normal Telios were the breaking point. I think they're 67. Yeah, so actually Telios had a weird thing where I think there were a few batches of Telios that their spring weight was actually not the same as a 67 that was advertised. Like it felt a bit lighter. It felt more like a 62 or like a 60 even. I mean, the difference is very small, so it's harder to tell, but I do definitely know that there were a few batches where the Telios actually felt lighter than they should have been. But at least that's what people were saying, and like from like different accounts. And I also kind of did think that I had a batch where the springs did feel a bit lighter than a different batch. But then again, I didn't buy that many Telios. I've maybe bought like a couple hundred at some point in the past like 3-4 years. So yeah, I remember I would always just wait for Zeal switches. If I wanted any, I would just wait until someone would sell them for cheaper on the Mech Market, because it's like $1 per switch otherwise, plus DHL shipping from Canada, which is still like another like $20 or whatever. I'm like, oh, or like $15 maybe, depending. But yeah, I was just like, I don't want to spend like $1.10 per switch. And so sometimes, on occasion, like because there were so many rounds of Telio, Zelio stuff, people would sell them for like, you know, maybe like 70 cents a switch on Mech Market, and I would be like, okay, I'll buy those. It's but I mean, I don't really buy Zeal PC switches these days, because I just don't see the point. There's so many other switches that are like better, or that I enjoy more for spring weight and color So yeah, Telios are cool. I like the Telio color, but the rest I don't really enjoy anymore. So don't really enjoy the super tactile ZLV2s either. Yeah. Navies are my favorite tactile. Well, I tried navies and they're okay. I can't say they would be my favorite. I'm still a bit more biased towards ergo clears. I actually like the bump being in the middle, a bit more rounded than at the top. I think navies are still kind of close to the top for the bump, and I personally don't really enjoy it as much. $100% got 120. Oh, 100% got 120 for $80 for like 5 months back. Great deal. Yeah, something like that. Especially if it's someone in like continental US, you do save like a good $10-20 depending on how many you're buying. What about Zeal Silence? I still feel like Zeal's one of the king in silent switches. Well, I don't enjoy silent switches in general, so I don't care for them. I've tried. I do think that Zakurios, Helios, Roselios are fantastic switches for silent linears. But I don't really enjoy them anyway, so I don't really use them. So yeah, you know. So I don't really concern myself over the burden of purchasing Zeal stuff because I really don't have a use for it. If I did, maybe I would say something, but yeah. Yep. Let's go with the spacebar last. $1.20 per switch, Monkas. Yeah, I know, it's so expensive. Like, dude, aren't JWKs like 55 cents now? Or like 60 cents for some? Maybe like 65 if you consider shipping, but still. It's just so expensive though. Like, and then for a while, like there were those MX Blacks on Arrow for like 20 cents per switch. I was like, well, or even Gateron switches are like, yeah, like about the same, like 15 cents, 20 cents per switch. It's like, I remember when inks came out, it was like, what was it? Like 75 cents a switch, right? And I was like, that's kind of already up there. But yeah, for $1, it's like, and then there were like people paying what? Like $4 per Holy Panda back in like when the little like when the weird boom happened with the Holy Pandas. It was so weird. I was like, what? I mean, I sold mine. I sold my Holy Pandas. I was like, I don't even use these. I was like, I don't even use any of these switches. So I sold all but 60 of them, I think. I think I kept 60 just for testing, basically. For the times when people would ask me like, "Oh, so how does it compare to Holy Panda switch?" It's like, okay, I have a thing with Holy Pandas or something. But I used to have like 200 of them and I sold the rest. Something you can lube the back of the leaf. Lubing back of the leaf is bad practice. I'm not sure how effective that is, in fact. I can't see that being effective. Like, sure, you're adding material in there, but it shouldn't be necessary. Like, by design. There shouldn't be anything there. So it's kind of weird. Retail blacks are nice and cheap. Yeah, retail blacks are pretty good for what it's worth. J-Wick is like 15 cents. Oh, I see. Well, I'm not talking about manufacturing costs. I'm talking about retail prices. Also, are J-Wicks actually 15 cents if you buy them like on Taobao or AliExpress or something? No, right? So yeah, Gats are so good at 15 cents. Yeah, Gats never miss. TBH. Inks were selling for like 120 on the aftermarket along with creams, but wasn't that like was that like lubed? I also don't like buying lube switches in general, because what if I don't like it? Like, what if I what if I hate what the person did for lubing? It's like, can't return it. Can't re-lubing is a pain in the butt because you have to clean it off. It's like at that point you bought a bunch of trash for yourself. Like you bought stuff that you're never gonna use because you don't like it. So it's like I would never. I don't buy lube switches often. I mean, on occasion I do, like sometimes, because I'm like, I really need some switches and I just don't have time to lube. I've asked people to lube too, which has been a risk. I've gotten some switches that were like really bad. Were not bad, but like I was just like, there's just not enough lube, or there's just too much lube. It was just not consistent, and I was like, ugh. But yeah, I know a few people who do a good job of lubing switches, but like I usually just do it myself when I have free time. I usually just do it while watching TV or something, so it's like not that bad. Surprised Zeal hasn't transitioned into selling custom boards or something. Oh, custom boards, you say? Well, I mean, I know that Mr. Zeal PC sold a couple of custom boards designed by some people I know. I heard that Ion Keyboards and Wilpatech did some keyboards with Zeal. Some custom keyboards. Deimos, amigo, ¿cómo estás? Too soon? Well, I mean, it's not even too soon. It's not even soon. We're during the thing. Damn, feel sorry for them, I know. SMH. Seriously though, so shitty. I can't believe it. It's so ridiculous. How? Like, here we are with let's say like Zekin, who's here, who runs Ogre in a matter of a few months, and Xeno here 2 years and still hasn't figured out manufacturing. Why can't he just go with the manufacturer that is probably the community's worst secret and just call it a day? Why? Or even there's anodizers that are known that you could just send them to and they'll, re-anodize and do a decent job. It'll cost more, but I mean, might as well wrap it up, no? If you admit fault, you lose. I mean, yeah, that's true. I guess that's true. But imagine not being able to admit fault, though. Tried that, didn't work. What are those stabs? These are just cherry stabs, Adam. Wait, what happened? We're talking about Xeno. GMK Aluminum Factory. Oh man, GMK Aluminum Factory. That comment actually reminds me of the those what are those boards called? The C70s, the ones that GMK made. Those are actually okay. Do they even still make those? I don't think so. Whatever happened to them? Yeah, the Q100s were actually really nice. I had a Q100 for a bit. I actually bought one for a friend of mine who needed a full size, and he really liked it. Pretty nice board. The only thing that was kind of bad about them was that the stock switches they came with were pretty trash, but the keycaps, the quality of the board itself was actually really, really good. I'm not sure about the C70 though. Only saw it at a meetup very briefly, so, and I think it was like a prototype, so I was like not super convinced. And I don't remember honestly at this point. It's been so long ago. It's been like 3 years. Just lose, go next. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Just admit fault. Lose some money. Wrap it up. Wrap that up. Stop having to deal with customer service, like people bitching about whether their keyboards are ever gonna arrive, and call it a day. Wouldn't that be easier? But yeah, I get it. If it's a matter of pride, then so be it. I don't know about you guys, but I hate listening to people like complain about stuff, specifically about the whole group buy situation stuff. It's like going to that Jane V2C thread, last batch game shit. It's like resident sleeper. We all waited a long time though, but still. At least we know those will deliver. Not sure about Xenos though, TBH. Got my order in for Striker 2. What do I do now? Wait? Yeah, forget about it. It'll arrive when it arrives. Alright, we'll have to test the stabs first though. Let's see. Happy little surprise, yeah. Waiting for the day when MX Blues becomes the meta in this hobby? I'm not sure if that's ever gonna happen. Might have applied a little too little on the tip of this one here. We'll see. It's for the best if they don't. Wait, what? Sorry. Try joining Discord and it's always the same thing. And when, and then they insult designs when the only thing they can make is a cutout of a rectangle from a Cheerio box and call it a case. Damn. Savage. You're not wrong though. I mean, that's keyboards are just cut blocks of aluminum, right? But what's a green board? It's a hyphen. We built that like a couple months ago. Actually, well, maybe less. Actually, don't remember when I built it. Was it late last year? You're streaming so early, I know, right? people have been saying that. People are like, what the hell? Are you streaming so early? Congrats on 4K followers. Wait, really? I have 4K followers on Twitch? I didn't even know. Well, thank you. Yo, 4K. Damn, that's crazy. It's 7:27 here in the Netherlands. It's the right time. Oh, Netherlands. Very nice. Oh yeah, it is an EU-friendly stream though. So Irish looks so nice. It's a nice set. I mean the one that is similar to it is gonna be like GMK Royal Alpha, which is essentially the same thing. I mean they're basically made from the same layout slash like typewriter caps basically. Like international, it's like English international layout. I think that's what it is. Where like you can access things like where you could at least in the actual keyboard layout you just use Alt Graph to get to the extra symbols. Can I ask you which lube you use for the stab wires? Yeah, it's called XHT-BDZ. It's on Space Cable's website. Let me show you here. XHT-BDZ. It's this thick Krytox variant that people have been using recently for wires, and seems to do a good job. I mean, we're gonna test them first here, so if we need more, we'll apply slightly more. But normally, it sticks really well to the wires, so you normally don't need like a crazy amount, just enough so the rattle is gone. So we'll do that first. Go from there. Thanks a lot. No problem. You've been a high fan at the very end of 2020. That's right. So I have a bad memory. All right, let's try this. The switch is clipped to the plate really nicely, so that's kind of nice. There's times when switches don't clip into the plates easily, and it's like pain. Also having fixed layout, God, so nice. I have a PC Dollinger, been using it for about 2 days now. That's great. I heard they're really nice. I haven't tried a Dollinger yet. I've tried a Dolphin before. I assume it's a similar experience, because I think the way they do the plate is the same. It's like sandwiched in between the case, right? So somewhat. Very similar. I'd rather have a Dolphin since TKL is amazing. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I do prefer TKL, which is also why I didn't buy a Dollinger. I was not so interested, rather. But oh shit, Gilbert, thanks for the $5 tip. How are you doing? All right. But it hurts too much when I try to swap between split backspace on a 60 and full on a TKL. Oh really? I actually am okay with that change now. I'm kind of used to it now, because I do it often enough nowadays that it's not as bad as I thought. Maybe I make mistakes like the first like 5 minutes and then it goes away. Oh, I also should have tested the PCB, huh? But I think it should be fine. But I'm gonna test it anyway. Right now, after I check this out. I thought I flashed it though earlier, so let me still test it. Daughter board. I'm just gonna take off the screws actually. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna have to take the case off anyway. I would just plug it in, but I have to take this off anyway, so it doesn't matter. Dennis, you mod everywhere, huh? Yeah, seriously, Dennis. Dennis spread too thin. When I'm streaming, he's off with other people. I know. I seen you. Hanging around other people's streams. Not doing your moderator job. I'm just kidding. It's not like I need a moderator anyway. It's not like my chat's going crazy or anything. Oh, there's long screws and short screws. Okay, let me just see. Oh, I see. Okay. So short screws on the sides here. And then long screws for these ones. Okay, good to know. My end game is to become Taya Types mod and unban the boys and then immediately get myself banned after. Seems like too much work, TBH. Why bother with something that will end up with the same result, except worse? I'm a lazy guy. Would much rather avoid all that extra work. I put hentai in the chat. Diego wanted to ask this. I'm thinking of getting a Duck Octagon. I was wondering how you like the one you built, the V3. I actually, well, I own a V1, and I've tried the V2 and V3 as well. Actually, if you like the layout, it's a good board. If you like the layout, it's a good board. If you don't like the layout, then that's a different story. I mean, obviously you should be buying it because you like the layout. But if you like the regular 75% layout, it's a nice board. The underglow is pretty sweet on it, and I mean the typing angle is pretty steep for sure. But if you're okay with that, then I think you should be okay. I think among the 75% that I've seen, like along with the Singa, it's a pretty nice board. All right, let me open up via. All right, Vulcan detected. Great. I'm just gonna. Whoops, didn't mean to open QMK, but I'll minimize that anyway. QMK toolbox. All right. Let's show via. Okay, Vulcan. So split backspace. So here goes pipe and tilde. We have left control. I put left win here because win keyless. And the rest is fine, I think. Oh, I guess I'll put the HHKV stuff. So up, left, right, down, delete, and then F row. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then caps lock. Page up, page down, home, and end. That should do it. Print screen, I'll put it on P because that's easy. P for print screen. And I think that's enough. I think that's all that I would probably use myself. But all right, key tester. Grab some tweezers really fast and just check these out. Wait. Sorry, let me read chat. the V3 Octagon is really nice. The V3 series of duck boards, the like all the recent ones, so like the Octagon, the Orion, the Eagle, and the Viper, they all came out really nice. Like the anno quality was really good, and I didn't see, and the RGB was, the diffusing was actually improved, so like it looked really, it looked much more like it's like much more gapless, I guess is what I should say. It's like much more gapless for the RGB diffusion too, so it actually looked really nice in my experience. But I think for the larger boards, the gaps between the LEDs tends to be more pronounced, but it doesn't really matter if you don't care as much about the RGB stuff. But you know, it's just something to consider if you're into that stuff. I mean, a lot of people get duck boards because the RGB looks pretty cool, right? So yeah, let's see. Okay, alright, works as intended. Cool. And boom. Alright, cool. Alright, so we're gonna test these stabs, I guess. Let's see. Midori's unbanned? Huh. Okay. She's only banned in Discord, but the rest of them are banned in Discord as well. Do you know if Kono and Rama have beef? Kono won't sell Yeezy X Rama? I guess so then. I don't know. I don't know the specifics. I mean, probably maybe someone didn't do, you know, work according to what they first agreed upon. I mean, that's the only thing I can imagine it would be. Hard to say. That's between two vendors to figure out, so. Kono fucked up Rama pricing once. Kono's fucked up in general. Kono picks up all the sets and kind of like, not gonna lie, kind of ugly. Or not very popular. Or also like the timeline kind of like doesn't fit. Alright, let's check this out. Oops. We all know Kono, that's the problem. Yeah, Kono is usually the problem with a lot of stuff. Kono has had a lot of issues in the past. Like I remember, I don't like them for some reasons. Like I remember when they shipped me GMK Camping and GMK Monochrome in bubble mailers, not in boxes, in bubble mailer, like in yay thick bubble mailers, like the regular standard single thickness bubble mailers. The tray arrived like crushed. It was a disaster. I was very tilted about that. I was just like, what the fuck? And yeah, of course I complained, and I all I got was like a $10 coupon or whatever. I was like, come on. just don't fuck it up like this, please. Again. Like I at the time I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna move on from it, whatever. Put it in bags anyway. Do they still do that? No, I don't think they'd still do that. I think they're better now. At least in terms of that. They've probably learned their lesson at this point. I mean, I hope so. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Maybe I'll put a little bit of XHT on this part here. Slightly on the left side here. But I think the rest of the stabs look fine to me. Just enough to put it on top of the wire. It's more than enough usually. Okay, should be good. Those stabs sound so good. That's good. If it sounds good to you over the mic, that's pretty good. The mic usually picks up more sound than I can pick up with my own ear sometimes. Okay, I think that sounds better. Alright. They picked up too many trash sets that month. They had to save on packaging. Actually, they used to not do that many group buys, so they actually only had that at the time. Like, that was all they had, like camping and monochrome. And I remember they shipped them in bubble mailers twice. Like, it was not even once, it was twice. Like, I actually, the first time I complained, I was like, come on guys, can you like not, like, it's okay, but like, can you like not do this next time, please? And they did it again, and I was like, I'm never ordering like a set here. And then I think the next one I got was GMK Shoko with, oh, which actually did come in the box, but that was like a whole year later or whatever that was. So, I mean, they better have learned at this point. They've been doing business for like what, 3 years now? 2 years? 3 years? I don't even know. It's been a while now. Just went on a group buy from them recently. Hope it isn't still like that. I don't think it is. But back then, I was just very disappointed. I was just like, why? I mean, and like even back then, they had already outsourced their packing process to like a packing warehouse or kind of, you know, like a third party. And so you would assume that they would just get their supplies all sorted out early on. But yeah. I have brown switches, and I'm thinking of getting new switches or lubing them, getting new springs. Would that change them very much? I would say yeah. I personally always recommend switching springs. I mean, for browns especially, just because browns are pretty light, and I think I personally like them slightly heavier. Like I do like 62 or 65 gram springs for MX browns, and that is like the right spot for me as far as weight goes. It's up to you, but I do think that slightly heavier spring is good. The only thing I've gotten from Kono is nines, which apparently some don't like the designer of. Oh, yeah. Yeah, some people don't like that person. And that person doesn't like a bunch of other people, apparently, so. Okay, good. Browns on polycarb so good. Have I tried browns on polycarb actually? I think I've tried browns on carbon fiber, which sounds great. I've tried browns on aluminum, which is good as well. And steel, actually, I've tried browns on steel as well, which are fine too. They're like light tactile, so it didn't feel super harsh. But I could imagine that polycarb would actually feel great. Oh, I've tried browns on palm too. That was pretty nice too. That was a while back though. I wonder how good those new pewters are. I heard they're pretty good. I think people said there is a bit of a like spring crunch, so just make sure you lube your springs, and it should be okay, I think, otherwise. And I think the weight of the springs is actually kind of on the lower side too. Still, like it's like close to what MX Browns actually feel like. So if you're not into that weight, then you should definitely consider doing a spring swap. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard good things. I actually have a bag of those pewters. I just haven't done the lubing. I actually have a lot of builds where I have to lube switches for people, so I've been mostly focusing on those rather than my own stuff. So yeah, this is what happens once you start having enough builds to do. It's like it's hard to do stuff for your own stuff, for your own cases. I have a real hatred for Durox stock springs. I don't know why. I mean, I think they're okay if you lube them personally. I wouldn't use them stock though. I always lube my springs anyway, so I think that kind of brings in a bit of bias because I basically don't have a reason to complain if they're lubed, like as in they don't really sound that bad once they're lubed. So I guess at least I would recommend that much. Springs make or break a switch? Make or break a switch? Yeah, for sure. But I haven't found Durox springs to be bad. You know what I mean? Like I think they could be like pingy or crunchy if they're left stock, but otherwise I think they're okay. Where could you find good price springs? TX Keyboards does pretty good springs. I like TX Keyboards as springs, personally. If you like, Prime Keyboards also sell springs. PrimeKB.com. They also sell, I think their springs are sourced from Durox, but their springs are pretty nice too, actually. I don't mind those. I've gotten a few packs of those and they actually work fine. At least my experience has been okay with them. So yeah, I think those two places are probably the ones I would purchase springs from. Like if one isn't available, I could use the other and not mind. Heat Lightning is a PCB 1.2. No, I think it's standard thickness actually. I can measure it, but I think it's standard. Actually, if it weren't standard, the stabs would be dangling a lot, but they're not, so it should be standard. Because if it were 1.2, I should have used like the shimmies for the stabs, but since they don't have them, this is standard thickness. Full red build, yeah. Diego Vanquish or Salvation Gilbert has to be banned soon. Wait, where did he say that? Vanquish or Salvation? Isn't Vanquish 65% anyway? I would choose Salvation just for the layout too. Just simply for me it would be a very simple answer because I prefer 60% over 65 anyway. So for me Vanquish already gets minus points for being 65 as far as functionality goes. Need more red PCBs? I think, you know, the two colors of PCBs that I really like are red and yellow. I really like yellow PCBs. I love yellow PCBs. I think there should be more yellow PCBs. Or the PCB that's in the hyphen. Holy crap. That like brown color. Yum, so good. Glossy purple. Glossy purple's okay too, yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people do like matte or glossy black, but which are nice too. I do prefer like colored PCBs though, I think. I don't like the looks of 65. They're okay. I don't mind the look so much. I just prefer the typing on a 60. 65 is cool, but yeah, I just don't type on it as well. So. What are good size springs? I see small, medium, and long. Wait, there's 3 sizes now? Wait, you guys. There's 3 sizes? I thought there were only 2 now. But I think the default is like short, right? Pretty sure there's only 2. They added medium? What the fuck? Well, I get the normal ones, which I think are the 14mm ones. I don't bother with the other lengths because I don't really care for it. Personally, like I'm happy with. I kind of sound like a boomer, but I'm happy with the old stuff, like the stuff that already works. I don't need anything new to like sway me over. Medium is just cherry spec. Oh, I see. I mean, yeah, whatever. I honestly don't care. If the spring weighs about as it should and it feels okay, I'm good enough with that. That's more than enough for me. I haven't tried the new ones just because I already have a lot of other springs I need to go through. Like maybe if I ran out of springs, I'll try new ones, or like if I get some from like a bundle deal or whatever, you know. Okay, cool. Stab sounds still okay. Always a good thing if they sound okay. Right, put these away. I have a few extra switches. Keep these around just in case. Alrighty. Popcorn gave me some of their new medium springs yesterday. Nice. It must be nice to be local or close by. That's kind of a nice way to try new things. I mean, if you're local, but yeah. I still haven't tried the new stuff though. I actually haven't even tried the long ones myself. I don't think, unless someone put long ones in their build, but I don't remember anyone using the long springs yet. Among the people that have sent me switches over the past few months, so can't speak for it. All right, let's get our soldering iron. Let's get our fan here. Alright. Let's see. Let me... while that heats up, let me just check what's new. So... let's go through new group price really quickly. Let's see, Canon Keys right now has DSA 1930 still live. Iki 68 Aurora still live. Let's see. Sprit seems to have the most variety, but imagine supporting Sprit directly though. Sprit bad. Well, supporting him directly is kind of weird. Of course, on novel keys we have GMK Striker round 2 now, and there's these new poly desk pads I see. Random Frank P desk pads seem to have restocked. Let's see, an Omnitype GMK Norse just opened, so you can check out omnitype.com/lightning for that. instead. There. So yeah, GMK Norse is currently live on OmniType. And I don't think Project Keyboard has anything new this month yet. Yeah, not yet actually. Not yet. Oh, okay. Yo, what's up, dude? Got a joint farm. How you doing, man? It's been a while. Well, I've seen you a few times here, but how you doing? Ace Inspiration. Oh, like Aspiration. Aspiration. Hey. How are you? I'm gonna turn on the fan. A bit noisy. Pretty good. Supposed to be working. Yeah, I decided to flip my schedule today. Today's a flip schedule day. So I'm doing this, and then later on I'll be doing some work. And then, yeah. In the morning I was just running some errands. Yeah. Week's going alright though. I'm technically like on spring break for school, but I do still have like research stuff and some class stuff that I have to catch up with, so I've been doing that this week. Things are going alright though. But good to hear, man. Is research going okay? Honestly, it's been pretty slow. I still have to decide on my projects, or like make like progress on those, so I can like figure out what I want to do in a more dedicated fashion. So it's been a little slow in that regard, but my boss has been pretty patient and pretty nice about it, so we've been working towards figuring out what's the next step. Then again, also we kind of are in a little bit of a lull right now because we're not able to collect data now, because we use clinical data and hospitals are basically closed for research right now. Like we're not being allowed right now, so yeah. Mostly doing analysis these days, so it's kind of tedious. So we have like loads of data from the past few years, and we just have to analyze a lot of it. I need to learn statistics. There's a lot of stats that I need to learn, so I've been trying to figure that out. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. So for a while it was actually okay. Like until late last year we were okay, but when the second wave happened, they decided to close it off, especially because we're not vaccinated yet. Like I'm not vaccinated, and I don't think I'm yet in the schedule to be vaccinated. So at least until that happens, I don't think they're gonna open back up for us. So it's just a matter of time, really. Fortunately, the city's been doing a little better these days, so definitely seeing improvement in overall. For a bit, like in November and December, I started seeing people without wearing not wearing masks, but then kind of like when after the second wave happened, I think people started wearing masks again properly, and that's kind of nice. Definitely see it more in my neighborhood because we're close to hospital, but even in other places, it would be like wishy-washy. It really makes me nervous when I go out and I see people with no masks on. It's like, it's particularly indoors, right? But I mean, outdoors at least, there's ventilation, so it's not as likely to inoculate. Luckily, my coworkers are good since I work 100% in person. Yeah, dude, that's kind of crazy. I remember you told me about that, and I was like, Whew. I mean, I'm glad things are good at work though. Like that's such a relief. Like as long as you have coworkers who are like on the same page, that's all you can ask for. I think it's not like you can force people to do things, but it's good to have a team that kind of is on the same page with things. Texas major goofing with the removal of the mask mandate, dude. Oh my god, so scary. I mean, what worries me is that they're gonna essentially, that might cause like another wave of cases all across the nation, because it's not like people don't move around at all, right? Like there's gonna be people traveling and getting exposed. That shit's just, it's like we're moving backwards we take one step forward and 2 steps backward, which is so fucking ridiculous. I've honestly been just very disappointed about that. It's like, you would think that the change in administration would at least be a catalyst for something, but every step we take forward in that direction, where there's states and like specific places that are taking the steps back, which is very frustrating. It's frustrating because it's like not even people's fault. It's like the decision makers' fault. I mean, obviously people could influence that, but it doesn't look like that's happening, you know? So, too many babies out there. I just want to feel normal. I mean, yeah, apparently 1 year is the time limit for any pandemic, so apparently a pandemic should be over after exactly 365 days, you know? After 365, it's like the patents, like, you know, like patents running out, I mean, or like, you know, expiring. It's the same, like, you know, COVID cannot exist because it's no longer COVID-19. It's and COVID-21 is not an official name, so yeah, pandemic's over, guys. Party's over. We're back to normal. Oh, is in Vulcan Wing keyless? I did done goofed. My bad. It's okay. At least that's just 2 switches. My bad. I'm so used to building 60% with full. All right, it's okay. Let me get my. Yeah, I did done goof on that. Got distracted. You had me in the first half. Yeah. There we go. And are ruining all the fun. Yeah, it would have been fun if I just like put it in and I was like, oh wait a second. I would have noticed though, because the case, I think it goes onto the top part right away. Got distracted with all the COVID talk though. Too flustered. Alright, so let's move on. So someone kind of like made these, not instructions, but a bit of a guide, and so I've been reading those. Let's see, Vulcan. Alright, so let's start off. Vulcan Pro 2, baby. 2-piece case with O-rings. Yeah, 2-piece case with O-rings. It's basically what this is, yeah. Almost got him. Hey, Oshpoj, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well too. Ran about a year ago now. Damn. Yeah, okay. So according to the instructions I have here, the thin O-ring goes in first. So we first put the thin gasket around. So actually, let me show you what this looks like from the inside. So you guys see these are the ones that hold the screws, but basically the thin gasket is going to sit right at the case, like near the top, basically. There's these little tabs that kind of hold it in place. So the thin gasket's gonna basically be held by those tabs at the perimeter here, and then the thick gasket is gonna be like under these, but between the PCB and the plate. So we'll start with the thin one first. Okay, that's good for now. And then what we do is we put the assembly in. So for now, we're not gonna do. We're gonna put this in at the towards the end. And then with the thick gasket, we now take the thick gasket here. Great to see that the Finerworks hyphen again. That build turned out so good. Actually turned out really well. So I eventually got like a very, very thin piece of foam, and I removed anything that was like, and then I pretty much removed what was like really thick. And wait, no, I think I removed. Did I remove the internal weight? No, I think I just lined it with a very, very thin, like 1mm or 0.5mm foam. Just enough so that the pins don't short on the case. Yeah. Alright, so now we take the thick one. And let's see. So we start at one corner. Just put it around for now, so it's gonna tighten as we put it in. Okay, so here, a tool that's kind of useful is using a plastic spudger like this. But okay. And then So we just want to make sure this is pushed up against the sides of the case, and it's nice. It's between the PCB and the plate side of it. Okay, and now, let's put the daughter board on for now. So for now, it should be enough friction that it shouldn't come off. So right now the friction's kind of holding the assembly in place. So let's put the daughter board back on. Okay, so and then now we can probably just plug this in actually. And now we will use the spudger to put the gasket around the tabs. So Perry has basically assembled all these SoCal Vulcans. That's cool. Oops. APL on this. APL would look pretty good, yeah. Actually, hold on. Let me take this off. I think I didn't put the one corner for that one, so I'm actually gonna make sure it's the corner is all the way in first. It's not catching yet. Alright, I think it's in. Just checking the sides. Alright, I think it's in all the way. Just make sure. Okay. Time to fly Perry over. I think I should be okay. Now we just need to make sure that the lower, that the thick gasket is not covering the screws. So the case is actually now closing flush, which is good. Alright, let's get 2 of these screws in first. Maybe worth putting the screws in the post before putting the base piece on. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Just like in any other like of the screwless builds, you can do that to make sure that the screws, like, you know, are gonna be easy to thread in. Yeah, that's a good tip too. But yeah, I think we're basically done here, so it's good. And before I drop the 7th. Hey, all right. Okay, there, it's out. Okay, hold up. Tweezers. Oh, it went in. I thought it was holding on to the screw. Where is it? There it is. And it's back out. Okay. Damn, we should have gambled. Okay. I think we're good. Let's now make sure it works. Cool. Alright, we need to figure out what key set, right? So let's see. I have some sets written down here. So I have some sets there. I figured that because the case was red, I just picked the ones that I think would be okay. So you guys can pick some. Later this year for the 50th anniversary of Noxary. Wow, 5th. Holy crap. That's around September. Wow. Early congrats. You're almost 6 months away. Actually, let me do the poll then. Looks like there's kind of all over the place. Retro Cyrillic, ASCII, I see a few. Handarbeit. We can do Handarbeit too though. Alright, we'll just do a quick poll. Key set on red Vulcan. So we have I think I do have APL, so we can do APL. I don't have Crimson Cadet though, so I can't do that. ASCII, Retro Cyrillic, and Handarbeit and Sandstorm. Oh, someone redeemed it. Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna do the poll is already made, so you can just vote anyway, but we'll do Handarbeit then. Alright, Handarbeit. Let me go look for it. No, please not Handarbeit. Someone redeemed it. I have to respect it. I have to respect the high price that they paid. Please no Handarbeit. It's too late. It's too late. It even comes in the nice tray. What was the background for the Handarbeit key set? It's based on basically it was like color samples that Cherry did for their like an expo basically. So it was like kind of like, oh look, these are the colors we're able to make back in the day. So there were like maybe there's like 2 keyboards that had this like sample sort of set. So it's inspired by that. It's like someone found that board, like someone had that board, and they're like, and then later on people were like, oh, based on these photos we should make this a reality. So it became a reality. Handarbeit on red actually does look pretty nice. We'll do bars or scoops. Bars or scoops. Can decide that. Oops. The right place here. Always bars. 1 bar, 1 scoop. It's okay, we'll just do bars. They're already here, so. Retro Cyrillic would look better. I mean, it's subjective, right? Handarbeit does grow on you. Yeah, I think it grew on me after I had it. But before I actually got the set, like I had ordered the set for the sake of collecting, but before I got the set, I was like pretty skeptical I was even going to like put it on boards other than for photos, but turned out actually okay. Ooh, I think I have the perfect artisan for this. Where did I... No, this is not it. Who? Oh, why is it so tight? There we go. How's that? I mean, this looks kind of crooked, doesn't it? Oh my god. What the fuck? The stem cracked. Okay, time to get an RMA on that. F me, but it's okay. I'll use a different artisan. I'll use this one. That looks good. I was like, why is it crooked? Is there a way to fix super glue or RMA? Get it replaced. I can always get it replaced. It's okay. I've actually had an issue with that before, and I think it's basically depending on the resin they're using. I think the resin's like UV resin, which tends to be a bit more brittle than polyurethane, which is what North America. So in North America, polyurethane is much more easily sourced, but in Asia, UV resin is more commonly used for resin casting, which turns out slightly more brittle. But that's just like a materials science kind of thing. It's not a big issue, but it can happen. It's a possible thing. There are no makers that RMA on stems? Well, they do if you're honest about them. Like if you're like, hey, like I tried it on. I have evidence. Like I actually have evidence that it cracked. Like I mean, let me show you. So I have video evidence that this happened. So it's all good. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I've had this covered in the past, so it's like not. I know that at least that's not that big of an issue. All right, let's get this going. I didn't realize, and then I saw it was crooked, and I was like, oh shit. Yeah, too bad. That's my fault though. In a way. If not, I'll just have it fixed myself. I've done that before too. Let's see. Let's get a typing test opened up. I need to monkey type, and we should get on. Okay, that loaded up, I think. Then it happened. Yeah, feels bad for sure. Typing test. Okay, cool. Does that work? All right, cool. That works. Gonna drink some water first. Oh wow. Upstairs popping with the music at 2:30 p.m. Party at 2:30 p.m. upstairs. Amazing. Or is it upstairs actually? I think it's the next door neighbors. Crazy. You hate to see it. Alright, cool. I think that works. Oh yeah. I actually don't hate this. I don't hate it either. Alright, let's see. Sorry about the music. That sound is just Handarbeit. Yeah, it's Handarbeit. Handarbeit spirit is emanating from the background. This is not rock music though. This is like Hispanic music. At 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon, on a weekday, on a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday, and the upstairs, or is it upstairs? No, I think it's the upstairs neighbors or something. They love karaoke. Okay, they love karaoke. So they go ham. Okay, they go ham. All right, let's do this. I'll turn up the volume on the mic so you guys can, hear better the music along with the sound test. This is a sound test with background music right here. All right, let's do this. We have a Vulcan Pro with Gateron Ink switches, and it has a full aluminum plate. It has two O-rings, one on the top, one on the bottom. Not sure if I can show you if it flexes much, but I can definitely tell that there's some bit of bounce to it already. But yeah, it's interesting. So we'll try it out. All right, here we go. Ooh, that's actually pretty decent, man. 128. How do those 80-gram springs feel? Actually, not that bad. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was. I think it's because I'm also used to trying some of my clients' 70, 75-gram stuff that I'm kind of getting used to it a little bit more. It's actually not as bad. But I mean, the thing about 80-gram is it gets tiring later. If I tried the whole day or something like that, if I keep using the board for a while, it gets tiring. Pretty good accuracy though. I actually corrected all my mistakes. But yeah, they sound heavier. It does definitely sound like there is a bit higher. Did you try on the Iron 165 R2? I did not know. All right, let's give it one more shot. Just kind of, this time I want to actually listen to it without my earphones on. So let's try that. It definitely is sounding very deep, but yeah, let's try it. Wait. Ooh, 129. Slightly better. It definitely sounds very deep though. Let's listen to the mods. Wait, is it? It's like rubbing against the blocker very slightly. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I need to push it up slightly. Hold up. It's rubbing against the okay. Oh, okay. It actually does move very slightly, so. There we go. Alright, there. Have to align the plate before screwing the case together. Actually, it does move very slightly, so it's good. Dude, that music upstairs is so funny. Right side tick on the spacebar. Maybe if I like tap it really hard. I think it's only when I press it really hard. But on the normal thumb press, it's actually okay. Man, this sounds pretty nice. Actually, it sounds so deep on the mods. I better not press too hard on the spacebar. Loud Latino music from the neighbor's apartment. I know. This is what happens when you live in New York City with in a Hispanic neighborhood with, I guess, party loving neighbors. But anyway, it sounds pretty good. IMO. First Nightcast one just arrived. Oh, exciting. Is that the Menlo's? The Valentine's one? Alright. So let's zoom out and turn this off slightly for now. So let me show you what it looks like. So that's what the board looks like. Okay, yeah. Look from this side. Feel free to keep it built for a few days to train the top O-ring. Oh, okay. How much for a board like that? I actually don't remember how much I will have to check, but I I actually don't remember how much exactly it cost off the top of my head. But it looks really good with the red. Handarbeit with red actually looks really good. The bottom, slightly grimy because my hands are dirty, but cleans off. Yeah. Focus, there we go. It's a nice red. This is a pretty good red. Very like vivid, very bright, very vivid red. I actually really like it. I like the small bonbons in this case because I think on 60% small bonbons actually look nice and inconspicuous. It's actually pretty good. I like these clear ones. On bigger cases, I actually don't mind bigger bonbons, but on smaller cases like this, these small bonbons actually look really good. No bonbons is a real big brain play. True, but I also just never know. You never know when things might be under your case, and so I would rather not risk having a scratch on the case, like over like whatever it might be. Like could be anything, right? Yeah, but it looks pretty good with Handarbeit. Yeah. Oh, it looks interesting with Handarbeit because the lighting is reflected so differently on the colors of the caps that when I look at it from the top-down camera on the blue side, you see how there's like this division between blue and the red. From the top-down cam, it looks like there's this like there's a much more shadow kind of here. It almost looks like there's a bigger separation between these two sections, but if I look at it closely, it's normal. But from the top-down cam, it kind of looks like there is like a chasm around between the blue cluster and the red cluster. But it looks pretty good in person. The red plate is a factor to that. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's just the light reflecting off of the different parts and the different colors. Yeah, but I mean, in person it doesn't look like that at all. It's just the camera actually. It's because the camera's like all the way up here. Camera's like pretty far up, so. Was $490 in this config. Thank you so much. Saw that. Yeah, there you go. So it's like almost 500 in this config, but pretty nice case. I do like how the caps are sinking in nicely. No gaps. No weird separations. I actually do like how it feels. It feels pretty. The O-rings definitely do their job. Definitely feels like there's a bit of bounce to it. I mean, full alu is definitely not as noticeable probably. Like maybe if I used a different, like a softer, more like a plastic plate or something like that, I'm sure I would notice this a lot more dramatically. But it's a comfortable typing experience for what it's worth. And even like right now, it's what 80-gram springs, pretty good. I think even with lighter switches, it would feel, for me, it would probably feel better. I actually do have. So I will be using red inks in my own build later on. So these are the switches that I had actually planned to use for Vulcan. These are 62-gram, I think. So these will feel pretty nice on this build once I build it up. But later, not now. And I'm gonna be building it with full backspace. Win keyless still, but yeah. All red, yeah. That's what I was going for. I was like, oh, all red. I don't have Crimson Cadet, so no all red for that. But might use like burgundy or something beige with red, like APL or Cyrillic. I think that would look pretty good. But basically, I was going for that like 356 Mini all red sort of feel, like because the 356 Mini has this wedge like look to it. I mean, like obviously this is weightless, but it actually weighs pretty. It's maybe like a kilogram. I'm not sure. I spilled all my caps. Damn it. So many accidents today. It's okay. It's at my feet. It's not that bad. I say that to myself to feel better, but it's okay. They're all there. So the weight of this is 2 pounds and 3.9 ounces, which in kilograms is 1 kilogram and 16 grams. The music finally got to him. Yeah. That's all that remains. It's okay. I'll get the caps later. Yeah. Alright, I got all of them, I think. Okay. Some say real keycap collectors use GMK caps as carpets. That's like stepping on Legos, though. I was gonna say, that's like stepping on Legos. You're basically just like stepping on plastic, sharp plastic wedges. I don't like that. But yeah, this looks sick. I actually really like this red. Some people I think got like silver and red, which is a fantastic combo, but I do have a lot of silver cases, so I figured that red would look great. Yeah, I dig this. I dig. Silver top, red bottom gang. The thing is, you will never see the red, but yeah. You only see the silver from outside, so that's why I went with red, because I wanted a red top no matter what. So maybe a red top, silver bottom would have been kind of cool, but yeah, no, all red, all the way. I really like this though. Has a good look to it. Standard USB port, TBH on 60%. Really nice standard USB port. It's the more I use standard USB ports on boards, it's like I realize how nice it looks, especially on things like 60% where like not actually centered. Monka. Is it true? Can we verify? Where's my ruler when I need it? I actually don't have my ruler right here with me, but that's actually funny. That's hilarious. We have I have my local deli menu. We can measure it with that. It goes all the way to number 17 here. I mean, yeah, maybe it's off by a few millimeters, but it's not that bad. You can see it's not centered on the keycap right above it. Is the 7 dead center? Is the 7 dead center? No, 7's not dead center though. But oh yeah, it's like slightly to the right, I guess. Off to the left? Wait, no, off to the, well, off to the, this way, right? Yeah. Yeah, slightly off to, slightly off to the, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, it's slightly off to the right. Yeah, slightly off to the right. Maybe by like half centimeter. 7 is center pretty much. 7 is center. Oh, okay. I see. I see. It's a tiny bit. The middle post is in the way. That makes sense though. That's fine. It's close enough. You know, engineers, we sometimes work with ballpark. It's okay. It's within the margin of error. It's all good. You know? plus minus 0.5, you know, half centimeter. It's pretty good. Unusable, the stuff of nightmares. Nah. Imagine how many people trigger right now. I'm not too triggered, TBH. I'm actually okay with it. Yeah, I'm really not that picky of a person. Fortunately. It's good to have me as a customer because I'm not that big of a complainer. I'm just like, okay, it's alright, you know, I'll live with it. Yeah. Alright, well. We have a bit of a Christmas theme going on here, I guess. Red and green. As you can tell, the hyphen's steeper, I think. Yeah, I think hyphen's way steeper. Or like significantly steeper. And also hyphen's significantly higher. So yeah, slightly, but not too much. But I mean, you can tell that the height is definitely higher on the hyphen. Different look though. Love both the colors. Yeah, very vivid colors of both families. What angle is the hyphen? Might have been it might have been like, I think the hyphen might have been like 8 degrees. Back to back. I mean, yeah. Oh, both of them also have centered like logos basically. This one has the Finderworks Pixel Duck. And this one has the Noxary X and N. It works for both, kind of. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool logo. I take a D stock if it's just scuff. If I can't see during normal use. Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's 8 degree. Quack quack. Yeah, both of these are nice 60% boards. They're very different though. This one has like tabs and gaskets, like pour-on strips essentially, and this one is 2 O-rings. So they actually do feel different. This one you can actually tell that there's more stiffness towards the edges, and much less towards the middle. And then this one, I would say that it's a little bit more even, but it's not as stiff at the edges, I think. Again, this is full alu, and I think this was half alu, so there's the difference with that too. They sound completely different too, because this one's PVT right now, and this one has MX Blacks and PVT, half alu, and then this one has full alu and Gat inks. So I would say this one is like really bright sounding, and this one's like much deeper sounding. Maybe if I change this to GMK, it might sound a little deeper, but I think this will still sound a little brighter, just also because my MX Blacks are not very heavily lubed, so they still are a bit closer to stock than like when heavily lubed. Like heavily lubed switches sound, you kill the sound quite a bit, so yeah. Yeah, I like this though. I'll probably use this for a few days to get used to it. By then maybe I'll be used to 70+ gram springs and stuff, but then again, I'm not typing as much these days. Not like writing papers or anything, so. GMK. Yeah. I'm not sure if anyone's streaming right now, but I'm basically done for today. If y'all have any questions, like, let me know. Let me see if anyone's streaming though. Makers and crafting. Yo, HBKB, how are you doing? Looks like Nathan's streaming. But what's the point of rating Nathan? Rating Nathan with like 100 viewers when he has like 1.8K? Yuri's streaming. We could rate Yuri. So if you guys don't know Yuri FTW, he's a streamer from Spain. He speaks English too, though. Yeah, he does builds too. He does a lot of mods and stuff like that too. He's a nice guy. What do you get? Your mouse pads? I get a lot of SpaceX streaming. That's true. If you guys want to watch the SpaceX stuff, but I get my desk pads from Novel Keys a lot. Novel Keys, Omnitype, pretty much I think those two are the big ones. Canon Keys sometimes does a lot of like desk mat stuff for group buys. TX Keyboards has done some other ones as well. I pretty much get them from different keyboard stores, but I would say that the bigger ones that I've like gotten the most desk pads from are definitely Novel Keys, Canon Keys, and Omnitype. I think those three run a ton of desk pads on a regular basis, and then they also restock them fairly often. Is that SpongeBob human on the pad? Yeah, this is SpongeBob human, yeah. We have some Alpha keycaps, some old ones, Toki-P, Cos keycaps, Art Key, Albumin, Prime Caps, Nubbinator, and Hungerworks Studio. And that's a Prime Caps to you. Is Mex & Co a good seller? I actually don't know too much about Mex & Co. They're relatively new though, right? So, is that M10 magnetically connected? No. It just has a... I have a USB-C cable here. Yeah, it's just USB-C. Everyone bully the 80 gram? No, dude. 80 grams fine. 80 grams fine. I'm just not super used to them, but 80 grams fine. People are just being weak sauces. Alright, let's go raid Yuri actually. I like Yuri and I haven't raided him actually, so I kinda owe it to him. I'm weak. Yes, me too. And no problems on that. Thanks for the opportunity. Let's go raid Yuri. Thank you guys for stopping by. I actually have some stuff going on, so later tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, I'm gonna be with Mex on Deck. So twitch.tv/Mex on Deck for my hanging out with Mex on Deck people today with Chewy and Cyrus. And then I'm gonna be I'll be streaming probably later this week. I think the next build, I think I'm gonna be building the porpoise next. Yeah, either the porpoise or a different client build, but I think the porpoise is probably gonna be next. So yeah, I'm excited for that. If you guys haven't seen the porpoise, oh actually I don't have it at my at arm's reach here, but it's basically dolphin side 60%. Lolstacks had it for a bit, Perry had it for a bit. They sent it out for me to check out. It's not personal, no. It's actually Bisaromi's personal keyboard. I'm basically just borrowing it to try out and to just have fun with it. But you know, I'll be sending it back sooner than later. It's actually I've had it actually for a couple months here. I just hadn't gotten around to it. I was busy with a bunch of client stuff and also like personal life stuff, so I pretty much hadn't done the switches or whatever. Yeah, but I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, having to try it is pretty sick still. Yeah, for sure. I'm excited. So we'll check that out. I think next stream most likely. But yeah, other than that, Mex on Deck for tonight, and I'll probably catch you guys on the next stream later this week. I'm not sure exactly when. Maybe Friday, but I'll have to see what my schedule looks like. All right, let's go raid Mr. Yuri. Let's go say. Let's just say hola Yuri. Hola Yuri, buen dia. Thanks for stream, no problem. You're welcome, you're welcome. Raid Teja? No, I'm not gonna raid Teja though. Let's go raid Yuri. Alright friends, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care and see you. Bye bye.